Right, this is the Walsall S1771-96. It's one of the locks that the GJ 7-lever pick set has been tested to work with. So, and I opened one of these yesterday and it opened very quickly and easily. This one is not quite so easy, but it's quite an interesting one to follow the pin and cam process with. So the pin and cam tool has been loaded up all with D heights, and I'm going to pop it in, and I'm going to start on the lever 1 nearest the bolt, and almost immediately before I've even started to turn that, it's spongy and solid, and that means that lever is very much in anti-pick. So without any doubt, that feedback allows us to straight away change from the D pin to a C pin. So we're going to lift it up 1 height. There we go. Let's pop that in there. And by far, out of all the pins to change on this tool, this one nearest the bolt thrower is the hardest. There we go. So we've gone up 1 height on that. So we're going to pop the pick back in again. And again, it's completely spongy, and the fence is rubbing on the bolt stump all the way through that movement. So we can go up again another height. Again, it's really good feedback on that pin. Let's try the next one. There we go. Pop the pick back in, and it's still rubbing on the fence. It's not as bound and it's not as spongy, but it's still rubbing. So it's not actually in the gates yet. So we're going to go from a B pin to an A pin. So almost immediately, we've gone all the way up to a maximum lift on this. There we go. So now that first lever is completely loose. So we know that that's actually now in its gate. And oh, hello, we've got company. This is Conker. Hello, Conker. You come to keep me company picking locks. So the first pin has gone all the way up to an A, so we know that that's a maximum lift lever in there. Next lever isn't really giving us any feedback at all, so we'll skip that one. Now, the lever 3, it's difficult to move the pin and cam tool underneath that, which means that it's already bound. And if I actually I'll try and turn that, this is actually locked up as firmly as lever 1 was. So we're going to lift that one up. So again, I'm going to change that from a D to a C pin. There we go. I'm going to pop that in. I'm always starting from the lever at the back, because this is a pick and we're not actually building a makeup key, so always run through and check. Okay, so that pin is still very much bound now. So lever 3 is still bound. I'm going to take that out. I'm going to change it from a C to a B. There we go. Pick from the beginning. So 1, 2. So 3 has now gone loose and is not bound. So we go to lever 4. Lever 4 is the same. I'm pulling trying to pull the pin and cam tool out, and it's actually binding on top. And there we go. It's absolutely solid, very, very spongy a little bit, but it's by and large completely trapped. So I'm going to take that out, change that from a D to a C. So you can see there's quite a few pin changes on this, but they're all very logical. So as pin and cam feedback goes, this is exactly what we hoped for. So let's go back in again. So 1 is still loose, 2 is still loose, 3 and 4 is still bound and grinding on the bolt stump. So we're going to take that out. We're going to go from a C to a B. So as you can see, this lock has got quite a lot of higher lift pins in it. So when there are higher lift pins, the process takes a little bit longer, but it's still very logical. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, so 4 is now loosened off. So we're on to 5. Again, now I've tried to move the pick underneath 5 and it's absolutely solid. So the binding order in this lock is actually working in our favour. So we're going to now pop that out. Where are we? Come on, out you come. And we're going to put a C in there. And obviously I'm trying to do this as quickly as I can. So back to the beginning. So 1. Okay, I've just touched 2. And I've had some rotation on the pick, and that's the first time that that's happened with this lock. So in good old pin and cam methodology, if you touch a pin and you get a reaction, pop the pin height up. So we'll take 1 out. 2 was still the starting height of the D. So I'm now going to change that to a C. Let's just see if I might need to use the pliers to get that in there. There we go. And then if we pop this pin 1 back in again. In we go. So there's 1. 2 is loose now. 3 is loose. 4 is loose. 5 is still heavily bound, very heavily bound in fact. So we're going to pop that up another height. So that was a C, so we're now going to take that up to a B height. Pick from the beginning. So 1, 2, 3, 4, they're all loose. 5 is still a little bit grindy, but we'll ignore that. 6 is loose, and 7 I've just turned and had a jump. So what we'll do is we will change out 7 from a D to a C. There we go. And then we'll go back in again. That's jumping. So there's lever 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we've got the open. So so I touched lever 5 and I got the open. So well, let's put lever 5 up 1 height. I don't need to, but I'm going to. There we go, there's the highest lift pin. We'll pop that into position 5, reset the pick, pop it in, and there we go. We have almost created a makeup key there. As you can see, it's open in the lock. With minimal touching of the pins. One of these is going to be ever so slight. There we go. So yes, let me rotate this round. you still can't see it, but anyway, the bolt is thrown, and if I take that all the way up and take the pick out, the bolt has been completely thrown, so there's no there isn't part of the bolt hanging down there, so that's 100% unlocked.